Hey guys, Cam here from PhoneDog.com, and I have finally managed to get my hands on one of these. This is the BlackBerry Passport, perhaps the most interesting or at least thought-provoking device of the year so far. It's got a large square form factor and a physical keyboard with some really cool touch interface stuff built in. So let's unbox it, get our hands on it and see what we think in our unboxing and first impressions. So this is the brand new BlackBerry Passport, really minimalist, nice looking packaging. And if you lift up the lid, you've got the phone sat right on the top as you'd expect. And then we get our first glimpse at the actual device. It's a very big, squarish looking phone, but it does feel really solid and not too uncomfortable in one hand. But we'll place that to one side. Underneath the phone is a passport sized book, and it's a really nice graphical look at the design of the phone, and it gives you a quick start guide too. Underneath that top panel you've got nicely boxed accessories. You've got your power adapter. This obviously is the UK model because I'm in the UK. You'll get a different looking one. You also get earphones in their own little black box, and the earbuds themselves have got quite an unusual design, and the BlackBerry branding is on there too. You also get your usual USB to micro USB cable. There's another box full of other paperwork like a Qualcomm leaflet and also a safety and warning guide that every phone comes with. And now we get our first look at the actual device. Now if we run through some specs quickly, you've got Gorilla Glass 3 on the front covering a 4.5 inch 1440 by 1440 square display. It's IPS LCD with a pixel density of 453 pixels per inch. So it should be nice and sharp. Now the back itself is a really nice rubberized grippy material, but the phone is over 3.5 inches wide, which means it's one of the widest phones on the market. But it is 9.3 millimeters thin, and that's roughly about the same thickness as a Lumia 930. And the device itself has got this metal chassis, which kind of gives it a really solid feel. And you feel that when you first pick it up. Of course, you can't mention BlackBerry without looking at that physical keyboard. Separated by those really nice metal frets, it's also got some touch sensitivity built in. On the right hand edge you have your volume buttons and the quick access switch. And then on the back there's a 13 megapixel camera with optical image stabilization and full HD recording. On the bottom you have micro USB flanked by stereo speakers. And on the top you've got your power sleep key as well as your headset jack. Now to get your micro SD card in, or your SIM card in, you have to try and remove the top panel. And that is no easy thing to do. It takes some force to get it off. But once you do, the labels are very, very simple and it's easy to understand how to put your cards in. You can expand this up to 128 gigabytes. Now the phone comes preloaded with 32 gigabytes of storage, and it comes with 3 gigabytes of RAM, and that's coupled with a Qualcomm Snapdragon 801 quad-core 2.26 GHz processor. It's equipped with the latest Wi-Fi standards, 802.11ac, and it has a 3450 mAh battery, which is non-removable. Now it does guide you through some essential gestures, so you'll see the keyboard is touch sensitive. So if you move your thumb around, you can see it works pretty much exactly like a trackpad would work on your MacBook or laptop. It's very sensitive. And you can use this for scrolling through lists, controlling a cursor on the screen, and doing all kinds of gestures like deleting words when you're typing. It's actually really well implemented. It doesn't feel hard to use, and it seems very accurate and responsive. And the actual software itself will be recognizable to you if you're using BlackBerry 10 at the moment. There's nothing really much changed in the way that you use it. It's still got the hub, still got the same home screen pretty much, and the same icons of apps. I'm going to spend more time with it over the next week to 10 days and really get to grips with how to use this thing in daily life, and then eventually bring you a full review with my full thoughts on the BlackBerry Passport. I've been Cam. I'm at PhoneDog_Cam on Twitter. You can follow me on there, ask me any questions, or as always, just use the comments down below and I get involved as and when I'm available. I will see you again soon.